Welcome back to the studio. Yeah. I was gonna snap before, but I'm on it. I feel weird. I'm like not mentally prepared to film today. I didn't think I was gonna film. But it's a Sunday afternoon and I've got nothing else to do. Might as well work. Get that bag, sis. Anyways, welcome back, guys. Tina here. I've also realized that I never mentioned my name. My name is Tina. Nice to meet you. If you're new here, most likely you are. What's up? Yeah, let's get started. Actually, before that, I like to show you guys what I'm wearing. I didn't realize this top was going to be that revealing. But yeah, I'm just wearing a white halter top with this. I should realize my phone is here. Sorry. People just like message the group chat and I'm just like... I'm working. But anyways, yeah, I'm just wearing this top that reminds me of someone. But I didn't get that top because of them. I got it way before I even knew them. Before I ever even knew they existed. It just kind of reminds me of them. They know who they are. I doubt they're watching this. Anyways, let's go on because it's getting hot in here. I had to put down all the windows because like I don't want my neighbors hearing me. Even though it's fine, like I'm allowed to take up space. I'm allowed to talk about what I want to. I'm allowed to have my podcast. But I just get super shy. Anyways, yeah, and I'm wearing leggings, obviously. Because what else would I wear? Okay, let's get started before I flash you guys. Hello. Welcome to today's episode, which I have not planned. But I thought, you know what? Maybe I should update you guys. Because last you heard from me, I decided to quit weed. That was it for me. It's done. Finito. Never again. Let me just get comfortable. Yeah. Weed is not in my life anymore. Weed is just, we broke up. You know, me and weed, we were best friends, if not lovers. But, weed has hurt me a lot, especially my lungs, my heart, my mental health. My awareness, my spirituality. It literally has affected my whole life in every aspect. And, you know, I think it's time for me and weed to go our separate ways. And for me to sit here and lie to you guys and say, oh yeah, like I should technically be 8 days sober now. I'm not. We're technically back to day 1. Because I relapsed this weekend. But not like relapse in a point where it's like, oh, I'm back. And I'm back for good. Like, it's going to be hard to stop again. No. This time, it was actually very conducive to my growth. I think I'm using that right. The word right. Let's see. Yeah, so I did relapse. I had gone 7 days. Literally without touching it. 6 days? Something like that. And I was talking to my new roommate. I was just kind of having like a day. This was Friday. And I mean, it was an okay day. It was just like a rest day. Usually like if I have a few days on work, and then I have like 2 consecutive or 3 consecutive days off, I'll take one day to just genuinely do absolutely nothing because I find that it actually helps me be productive every other day. And that's just my system. You don't have to do that, although I do encourage it. But I was bored, and usually on my nothing days, I'm high out of my mind off weed. And, I'm just like in this numbed out feeling, and I just don't care. The day just floats away, And I was talking to my new roomie. We were kind of just sending each other voice notes, just like getting to know each other, planning stuff out, all fun, excitement. She says, "Oh, I'm kind of high right now. Sorry, she said she's kind of stoned. She says stoned too." But she doesn't do it often. So she felt like a little like awkward and weird, and like, I get it, girl. I get it. And then I also was talking to a friend of mine who I used to smoke weed with all the friggin' time, especially this past summer. Like, she was just my stoner buddy. And we got really close. And we haven't caught up in a while. And we were just sending each other, like, Snapchats, because we were supposed to go on a phone call, on a FaceTime call, but she never picked up. Anyways, it's okay, because she's tried calling me a few times and I never pick up. It's really hard to get in contact with me. It's weird. I know. It's like, I'm the most famous person in the world. Just kidding. Successful people actually pick up their phones. I just don't. I don't know. I just like need to mentally prepare myself for that shit, But yeah, I was, I guess, tempted by the devil's lettuce, and by the devil itself. And so I smoked. I felt fine. Like, I felt like, I've been smoking for way too many years. Ever since my, like, early teens. So it was whatever. It was okay. And then, and remember, I think I've mentioned this to you guys. Well, I definitely did, because I literally edited this episode today. But I used to smoke, like, these little, like, bitch stick kind of cigarettes. They're, like, super skinny. And I had one left. So I had smoked, like, about a little bit more than half of that. And I had, like, a teensy bit left that I usually leave, which is, like, the roach. But that's, like, the most potent part. So sometimes I'll leave that for, like, a night or morning, Like, just, like, for me to get through the day. Because it's enough to get through the day. But then Saturday came. Today's Sunday. So today's technically, again, my day one. So yesterday, I smoked that teensy little roach that I left behind. And, the same as always. Just kind of numbed out, like, trying to get some editing done because I had to get something done. And all of a sudden, as, like, my come down is coming down, I get a massive headache. And I get, like, super anxious. I feel like throwing up. I'm nauseous, I'm anxious, I'm dizzy, and I just, like, am not feeling good. And I have been waiting for the moment that my body rejects it. Because then I know. I'm just like, okay, like, this is it. This is done for me. And I know it's stupid. I have to get to that point for me to be like, this is done for me. But unfortunately, I think I kind of needed it. And also with my mind, my body, and my soul already, like, telling myself, like, I don't want this anymore, I think it rejected it even more. To now, the point, yes, I get it. It's only day one. But usually if I do relapse, it's like, I can't stop. Then I have to, like, start the process all over again. But for me, it's just like, ew. Why? Why would I want to put myself through that? Why would I want to put my body through that again? Like, absolutely not. I did not like that feeling. It was like I've definitely gotten to the point where I'm over it. Like, when you're just so sick and tired of something that you've been doing over and over again, and you tell yourself, you're like, oh yeah, I should stop doing that, or I should start doing that. and you don't, and you're still in that same cycle over and over again. You're just driving yourself insane, because what do we say? Say it with me. Doing things over and over again, expecting different results, will drive you insane. So I was like, okay, yeah, this is it. I'm done. Absolutely done. So this is a week of me being sober. I might not even count that like little relapse as like a relapse, because it was just more of like an eye-opening experience, really. Like it was barely a relapse. Like it was. I will take it for what it is. It was a relapse. But not if it really made you feel like, hell no, I'm never touching this shit again. And that's exactly what it made me feel. Like I'm just like so disinterested. It's like me in the dating culture. Just like, no thanks. If you're not adding value to my life, you can go. Bye-bye. So yeah, I've just been chilling out, trying to find things to do. Honestly, I've been recording a little bit more than I normally do, which is great because like I'm sober. I can actually talk into a mic. I can actually form sentences, and my brain is working again. So it's been great. And even just that first week, like I thought it was going to be a lot harder. But I guess it's true what they say, like, you just have to be ready for it. Like, if you're not physically, mentally, spiritually ready to let something go, it's not gonna let go by itself. Like, you have to be ready. Kind of like, I know it has nothing to do with it, but I feel like it kind of sort of does. So I tore my ACL like a few years ago, and I was already overweight. Like, I'm obviously not a skinny girl. But I was a lot bigger than I am now. And I went to the doctors. I had told her about my torn ACL and like a few other issues. That's when like she decided to put me on birth control. Like IUD would probably be like a good thing, because like all the hormonal bullshit that I go through. I have PCOS. And if you do too, you understand the struggle. So anyways, yeah. And then she was like, oh, so statistically, like, you're technically gonna gain more weight. And that kind of like scared me. I was like, oh my god, more? Like, I can't. Like, I'm already at a really dangerously level. Dangerously level? I'm at a dangerous level. Like, I'm already pre-diabetic. Like, I can't gain any more weight. Like, this is bad. And yeah, she was like, oh, well, you're gonna lose it when you're ready. And, like, I felt kind of offended by that, because I'm like, oh. Like, okay, how dare you? How rude? But she's right. She's so right. Like, it honestly took maybe... I obviously had to heal my ACL. And right before I actually tore my ACL, I, like, decided to get healthier. But then I tore it. And I'm like, great, the universe doesn't want me to get skinny. But no. When the universe tests you, the universe just wants to know, do you really want it, though? Do you really want it, though? Kind of like maybe that was a test this past weekend. Well, this literally yesterday was probably a test. You know, it was probably like temptation. And then, do you really want this? How badly do you want to stay sober, Tina? Is this really the lifestyle that you want and need and want to manifest? Excuse me, I just burped. Maybe that's a sign. Or maybe I just had one too many root beers. I'm obsessed with root beer, okay? It's a problem. At least it's caffeine free. Unfortunately, not sugar free. Anyways, yeah. So I think it takes time. And I gave myself the time. Like, coming out here, moving to a whole new place, not having any family and friends around. Like, obviously I was gonna get deep into weed again. And I did. And that's okay. Because I'm on my own now. And, like, I have to look after myself. Because I got no one to do that for me. And so, like, I kind of, like, put on my big girl pants and was like, nuh-uh, girl. If you want to take this shit seriously, you gotta get your head screwed on tight. And yeah, it is kind of hard because a lot of people out here do smoke weed. But also, it's just so easy for me now to just be like, no thanks. Sure, maybe when I get a whiff of it on like a really, really hard, tough day, it's definitely gonna be one of those like, boy, do I wish I could be in front of the ocean or the lake. Well, here, I am a lot closer to the ocean than I am to a lake. But like in general, I would always go in front of like a large body of water, smoke some weed, and like watch the sunset. Like that is my thing. But I could still do that, obviously. I'm just not going to have weed with me. And I've done it before without weed. So it's fine. It's just, it's kind of like that sip of wine, or, you know, everyone has their thing. And weed was my thing. So yeah, I just need to find another way to decompress. I've been telling myself to get on like a healthier kick, like maybe work out more, because like I don't move my body. It's actually terrible, other than like what I have to move. But I really want to again, you know, and I've talked about this many episodes. So that might be my like new outlet, you know. Like I've been like saving a lot of like workout videos on Instagram and on Pinterest and on YouTube. So yeah, I don't use TikTok, guys. Like, I don't know how to use TikTok. Sorry. I mean, I post there, but I don't know how to use it. A bitch is struggling on TikTok. I literally struggle to find these comments. Like, I got an email saying, like, oh, you got a few comments on this video. And it took me 20 minutes to find out how to find comments on it. I eventually had to, like, go to the video. And then I realized that there's, like, the activities. Like, why don't they make it easy? Like, just put a notifications bar, please. Ugh. Anyways. Okay, Grandma will stop complaining. But yeah, I feel a lot better about the choices that I've been making recently. And I know future Tina will thank me. I know that for a fact. And like I mentioned last week's episode, there are so many opportunities that are going to come at me very, very soon. I need to be sharp as a knife for these opportunities. You know, like I can't be fucking around. This is what I want to do with my life. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Like, I want to pursue this as a career, full-time content creator. So, baby, you know I can't be fucking around. Like, this is one of the most competitive fields. So, I cannot be foolish and to just stay stoned out and just like not a care in the world is foolish. Maybe if you've already reached a certain level of success, and many people who have do then go towards like weed and like other unfortunate drugs. But yeah, no, like it's just, the thing is, the people who really honestly make it far in life are the people who stay sober, who stay sharp, and who stay on top of their game. And I want to be one of those people, you know? Like, I've done it. I've had the fun. Oh, God, I've had too much fucking fun in this lifetime. Sometimes I'm like, why is my life so boring? And then I remember flashback to the age of 17 years old, and I'm like, oh God, okay. A little too much fun, sis. Okay? You can get off the table now. You can stop being fucking blackout drunk every single fucking weekend. Okay? Like, I feel like I've lived, like, 50 lives. But I also don't ever, like, not want to ever have fun again, you know? Like, I think there's different ways to have fun. I think my idea of fun now is possibly going out into the mountains, hiking, and then camping out there, singing some, like, songs around the fire, hanging out with some cool chicks, you know, maybe getting a dog, hiking with the dog, and like just making beautiful memories that will last a lifetime. You know, I love beautiful views. Like that's where it gets me. So doing things like that, like by the water, by the mountains, by the creek, by whatever looks pretty. As long as I could see the sun, the sunset, the water, I am plenty good. You know, nature's beautiful. It's the most beautiful thing on this earth. So, yeah. I think that's my idea of fun now. Just like cultivating really good relationships with certain people and doing fun things. So, I mean, because it feels like this hole. Honestly, it does feel like a hole. Not even gonna lie. Whoa. I'm like all the way back here now. It does feel like there's a hole in my life now. I obviously need to fill it because I've been filling that void with weed, with numbing. So now it's like, oh, okay, what are you gonna do with that hole? It's still there. It doesn't go away. It's never gone away. And I've had that hole since, if I can really pinpoint it, since very early childhood. So, yeah, there's always been a void. There's always been like that feeling of something's missing. And the older I get, the more I do think of like, could that hole be like a family, a relationship, really good friendships? Because when I am around people that I love, it feels like that hole is filled, you know? Or when I would smoke weed, the hole was temporarily filled. But honestly, the hole is filled when I am fulfilled, which makes sense. And I'm only fulfilled when I feel absolutely happy about where I am in life. Not necessarily like happy in emotions every single minute of the day, because happiness is an emotion. It only lasts 15 minutes, like every other emotion. So, yeah. Again, like I said, it's just maybe like getting into a routine of working out, moving my body, and just like seeing progress. I already saw progress within 1 week of not smoking weed at all. So like, I can't imagine a month, a year of not smoking, getting healthier, eating whole foods, cutting off junk food. Like, what? Even just saying that, my heart chakra's like opening up. And that's when I know, bitch. That's when I know something's good for me. When the heart chakra tingles. So, yeah. But you know what? For me to sit here and be like, that relapse was good for nothing would be also very hypocritical of me, I would say. Because as soon as I took that first puff, you know, like when you first start smoking weed, especially if you're spiritual, you start like questioning everything. Like you get these epiphanies, and I got one. The night before, I was sober and just stressed out after work. I came home with a box that my parents had sent over from Toronto with my luggage, because I'm going away for a trip, like a 4-day trip to the Rockies, the Canadian Rockies. I think by the time this is out, I'm actually going to be there. I think. Or like it's about to happen. Either way, whatever. Yeah. The Rockies. And I was opening up my stuff, and a lot of the things, like, I just did not want. You know, like, it just reminded me too much of, like, the old Tina. And things that have been, like, in my room for years and years and years that I have not worn. So I'm just like, ugh, I don't want this. And I just, like, threw it in the trash, including these earrings. Like, there's a little box of earrings that I had. 2 of them were real gold earrings that I had lost the other pair. So they're, like, one really tiny one and one, like, medium-sized hoop. I already wear, like, they're not, oh, sorry, I just hit the mic. But they're not, like, super tiny hoops. But they're, like, medium, but they're not, like, large. Okay, there's, like, an extra small, medium, and then, like, a little bit bigger. And I threw them out with these earrings that my sister got me. My late sister. My sister who had literally passed away. And I threw them out. But then I was smoking that next day. And I was just like, whoa, like I just threw out very important things. Like, why? Because my ego was hurt? Because it wasn't what I wanted in the moment? Like, I'm such a fucking spoiled brat sometimes that it like scares me. And I just like went back, went inside the trash, picked out some other things too that I'm like, bitch, you were gonna buy this last week. Like, your mom just sent it to you and you threw it in the trash because you're like, ew, this is old. Like, you spoiled brat. But yeah, and then I put on the earrings because I think they look kind of cool. Like, having like the different sized earrings on each side. Like, one is a bigger hoop and then the other one's like a tiny hoop on my second loop. And it, of course, like, it hurts a little because I'm still getting used to it. But whatever. Eventually I'm not going to feel it at all. But yeah, it feels cool to just kind of have my own style. And like to finally fill my second ear, because my second hole in my ear. And I tried on the earring that my sister got me. And it started hurting immediately. Because it's obviously not real gold. So I was like, oh man. But then I put these on and I'm like, oh, she's kind of cool. And I'm like super into gold jewelry. I've always been, obviously. I've always had like my signature pieces. But I've been trying to collect more gold. Because like I love the maximalist look nowadays. Like wearing like a cute outfit with like a shit ton of jewelry. Like hot, yes. Like elevated. Not too much. Because then I think like I love the look of elegance and simplicity. So I think like I need a few more rings. I want rings on my thumbs. Not this one though, because she got knocked out. But I mean, like, just put some nail polish on it. You won't even realize that it's literally blacked out. I slammed the door of my car in my thumb. Not on purpose, obviously. It was late at night. But yeah, that's how life's going. I'm like rediscovering myself and also realizing that sometimes our relapses are actually a good thing, you know, and I'm just taking it day by day. This is the year for realizing things, okay? If you get that reference, I love ya. I feel like most people do. That's like a very famous pop culture reference. If you don't know, Miss Kylie Jenner 1 year. I think it was like 2012, honestly. It's probably not. She was a little bit older than that. But she just like, it was a little interview and she was like, this year I'm realizing things. And that was like it. So, yeah, this year I'm realizing things. Anyways, I'm trying to make shorter episodes because, you know, just because. Just kidding. I only have enough credits on this, like, AI software thing, so I'm trying to make the most, okay, out of what I got. So, yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit, like, shorter, not, like, insanely shorter episodes nowadays, but, because I'm a yapper. I'll start yapping, especially when I get on here. In real life, no. Good luck getting 3 sentences out of me. No. This is why I like hanging out in groups, because like y'all entertain yourselves while I just like drift away into the distance and just think about a past life or God knows what I'm honestly thinking of half the time. They're just thoughts. And that's another thing too. I'm not like being so hard on myself on my thoughts. I'm just like letting them pass. And obviously, as you guys know, I'm notoriously heartbroken at all fucking times of my life since birth. Just kidding. Not really. But, yeah, I'm just kind of letting that hurt, too, you know? You know, sometimes when you're, like, sad and you want to, like, take it away or you want to cry or, like, you want to do something about it. I'm not doing anything about it. I'm just letting it happen. And I think that might be honestly why it's been so easy for me to just let go of weed and just not numb myself anymore, because I'm not numbing. I'm just feeling. I'm not doing anything about it. I'm just allowing myself to be a human being you know? It's not that big of a fucking deal. It's really not. It's not the end of the world. Maybe it is sometimes. Definitely feels like it. But for the most part, it's not. I'll be okay. So, yeah, let's see what life will bring. It feels very, quiet. It feels too quiet, to be honest. You know, kind of like the quiet before the storm, which I don't mind. I welcome the storm. I need the storm. I love stormy weather, honestly. Stormy, baby! I've realized that I use a lot of, Kardashian lore. Might be because I low-key, high-key love them. And I probably will get hate for saying this. I always do. There's, this whole hate thing now. Hey, eat the rich. I mean, that's always kind of been around. But it's I'm about to say something. Might be controversial, might be absolutely stupid, might not make sense to most people, and that's okay. Those who understand will understand. Listen, we live in a society where we are all given opportunities. You either take them or you don't. This whole, eat the rich, stop making these people famous. Most of those people have worked really hard to get where they are right now. Some of them were just handed to them on a silver platter. But to keep that level, you also still have to work hard. You know, you still have to do shit. I don't know what they do. I'm still figuring it out on my own. But, just take matters onto your own hands. Straight up. If you see someone living a life that you desire, trace their steps. Or see other people doing it who started from absolutely nothing. There are so many success stories with people who started with absolutely nothing. If anything, that should drive you. We live in a world, at least where I live, in my part of the world, we have that opportunity. And if you're listening to this, you most likely also have the same opportunities. I grew up listening and hearing YouTubers. That was my thing. Therefore, it would only make sense for me to want the same thing, you know? I've seen these people just achieve so much with their lives and live their dream lives, travel around the world, do insane things with their lives, that it obviously motivates me to do so as well. What do I need to do? I need to work hard. I need to learn how to edit. I need to learn how to be entertaining. I just, just retrace their steps. You can do it too. Instead of just tearing someone down, which is are you bored? Are you fucking bored? Instead of trying to tear someone else down, build your own self up, babes. It's a lot more productive. Trust me. What, you're just gonna be an internet troll? That's what you so very much desire? Come on. Do something with your life. Anyways, okay. I'm done. I just had to be a little sassy there. Wouldn't be an episode on Hire Me if Tina wasn't a little sassy, okay? It just is what it is. Anyways, I love you guys. Thanks for tuning into today's episode. I will catch you guys next time. Here's your kiss. Mwah. Mwah. And mwah. I love you. Ciao, ciao. Ooh, okay. Oh, okay. Do people even say that anymore? Oh my gosh! Yay! 31 minutes. Yes! It is not an hour long. Usually my episodes have been an hour long. Let me know if you guys actually like the hour-long episodes, or if you prefer the shorter ones. I feel like the shorter ones are a little bit more structured. And also, I have been more sober recently, so they make a little bit more sense. But I don't know, maybe you guys like the long tangents that don't make any freaking sense. Also, the lighting is not lighting anymore. It's a little dark in here. Hello. Anyways, guys, thank you for listening to whatever this is and for watching. I freaking love you guys. You guys here on YouTube, I love you. Like, I get it, you're a chicken nugget, obviously, but like, I love you guys, okay? Alright, enough of this sappy stuff. Just kidding, I will always be sappy. I'm a Pisces, hello. Bring on the sap, okay? Okay, I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Oh my god, I've realized that I also forgot to do this. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Because I got new videos every Tuesday, baby. And Thursdays are the VIP extra special episodes. But those you gotta pay. $3 a month. And you get a lot of juicy details. It's audio only though. Anyways, okay, love y'all. Take your kiss where you want to.